Hello and welcome to day 19 of the Creative Genius series. We are almost there. We are almost there. It's wild. This has been so much fun, you guys. Today we're talking about the sacred. And if you want an even deeper conversation on this, please dive into my free 2-day workshop, Art and Soul, where the whole first day is connected to the sacred and uncovering that in your creativity. But we're going to talk a little bit about what that means here today because it's so important and so valuable. What I mean by that is what is sacred and valuable to you is sacred and valuable to you. And what is sacred and valuable to someone else might be different. But this conversation is about how you can hold the vision and the knowing and the connection to what is sacred and valuable to you throughout our life and throughout the mundane and throughout everything we're doing, and letting it be different from what other people are doing and creating. How do you walk that path? As creatives, we are the ones that have the vision first. You are the one that is going to see the thing first. You are the one that's going to feel the call first. You are the one that is going to have the idea first. And generally, when they are big ideas or they're things that we haven't done before, not only are we dealing with our voices of, is this possible and how do I do this and whatever, if you share it too early with people who have their own subconscious lens, their own beliefs, their own life that they're dealing with where they don't think it's possible, to try to protect you, to try to keep you safe also, I believe most of the time it's meant out of love. People will say it's not realistic, or why would you do that, or how do you think that's going to work? It's very often this layer that creatives carry. We carry a subconscious layer, a subconscious set of beliefs, a nervous system around our identity as a person. But most creatives are carrying this second layer about what it means to be an artist, what it means to be creative in this world, because there are things that we're taught that come with it. It's hard to make money. Creatives are struggle. The starving artist myth, the idea of it's not realistic, right? You need a steady job, you need something to fall back on, like most creatives don't make it. All these things. These are not uncommon fears and beliefs. And it's just not true. But when I say sacred, I'm not necessarily using that in like a religious format, right? I'm talking about the connection, your personal, individual connection to inspiration, to the divine, to God, universe, spirit, whatever it is that you recognize, right? It's whatever term you recognize in that. It's our connection to the infinite wisdom that is bringing us the ideas, that knows we are the person to create them. There's a thing in manifesting where we talk about, if you don't really want the thing, you want the feeling of the thing, so practice the feeling of the thing before you have it. And we have talked about that in this series, that it is a really powerful way to create for your subconscious and for your body, to imagine those things and to feel those things and to get your body used to having them and to feel what it would feel like, because that is how your subconscious starts to regulate and see them as normal and start to look for them, and that's how we create things in the world, right? I want to offer the perspective though that it's not enough. Having the feeling, and there's a couple specific ways I want you to like think about this. When you're hungry, the thought of food does not fill you up. The thought of eating is a really beautiful thing, but it doesn't actually give you what you need. Or when you are in, like, you want a hug, you want to be held, you want connection, body to body with another human being, you want a hug. The thought of a hug is lovely. It's not the same thing as actually feeling a connection with another person. The things that we want them because we want them in reality. We want them in our five senses. We want to be able to hold them. We want them to be made manifest. We want them to be real, because there's healing in the having of the things that we desire. I think sometimes we put off the things that we want and we tell ourselves, I'm okay without it. I'm fine without it. I don't need that. And it isn't true. It's that there are things that we can only experience, we can only move to the next dream, we can only expand as a human being when we have felt these things in reality, when we have touched them, when we have held them, when we have felt them on the wall, when we have handled them. Like, as human beings in a body, right? There are things that only fulfill us when they are real. So when you have the vision, it's beautiful. And when you have the feeling, it's beautiful. But when you trust yourself to create the thing without guilt and without shame because you want to experience it, you want to feel it, you want to co-create it, you want to be a part of it being real, that's a different level of creation. It's a different level of trust. It's a different level of ownership of your life. And we talked a little bit about the weaponization of, well, this person doesn't have that, so why should I? And how that keeps everybody from having anything, right? Why should I have food when they don't? Well, if you don't have food, how are you going to offer food to this person? Why should I have money when they don't? If you don't have money, how are you going to donate it or give it away or share it with anybody when they need it? If you don't have if you don't have love, how are you going to give the hug to somebody when they need it? If you don't have passion and creativity, how are you going to give your art to the world so that people can find it? It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have it, you cannot give it. We have to be okay with receiving. We have to be better at receiving so that you can have more, hold more, give more. And we have to be really okay with having the things that we want. I want this. I'm meant for this. I'm made for this. I'm made to make this. I'm made to experience this. This is made for me. The things that I want me too. That I can then experience them, so I can then have the next dream, so then I can have the next step, so that I can have the next piece of my evolution. I need this piece right now. I'm going to create it so that I can move and create even more. And when we are creating from that place, instead of the, well, what's looking at what's blocking me, what's keeping me here, what am I, instead of focusing on that, it's an entirely different process. At one point in my life, I've talked a little bit about this injury, but I lost my feeling of hunger. I lost my feeling in my entire core. I couldn't feel anything. And I'll never forget the day I got hunger back. And there was like a smoked chicken in my kitchen. And for the first time, I was hungry in months. And I had tears in my eyes. And I remember I didn't even want to eat for just a minute. I just wanted to savor the feeling of wanting something. So often we are programmed, or we are taught that the things we want, we should feel bad about. If you want more money, you should feel bad about it. If you want more success, you should feel bad about it. You want more love, you should feel bad about it. You want, wanting is your compass. If you lose your desire for things, you lose your desire for life. If you lose your desire to be able to want things, to be able to feel when you are empty and you need something more, you are missing a compass that we don't even realize is powerful and was wired in. You were built that way. Like, the things that you desire and are hungry for in this life are not the same as the person over there. You might both want money in your creative business, but what this person's going to use it for and what this person's going to use it for are different. This person wants to help the whales, and this person wants to help hunger, and this person wants to help, I don't know, like reduce plastic. Like, creatives are some of the most loving people that want things to be better on the planet. So you need more money in your hands. You need more success in your hands. You need more visibility. You need a bigger stage for your voice. You need a bigger place to play, because you are here to create things that are going to make the world better. You're here to create art that is going to make somebody's house feel more like a home. You're here to create songs that are going to move people to feel different. You are here to create poems that people are going to read long after you're gone. You're here on purpose, but you're wasting time feeling guilt over the things that you want instead of letting them be a compass, instead of letting them be holy, instead of letting the way you are wired drive you. You are wired to want things. You are wired to desire things. You are wired to create things. You were created that way. So the connection to the sacred today and your invitation is to own what you want, is to own what you want to create, is to own where you want to go, is to own the things that you are here to make because they are magic and you are here to make them. And what will you do with that? What will you create with it? And I hope you choose to create in your full power, and I hope you choose to create magic. And as we end this series, I hope you choose to create with all of you in this one precious life. And I'll see you tomorrow.